This call may be monitored or recorded.
Hello, this is Lenny.
Hello, Lenny. This is Tony Martin. I got your name and number because you listened to our automated pre-recorded message on how to generate $5,000 to $10,000 every 10 to 14 days. I'd like to schedule you for a live webinar. It's going to be...
Sorry, I can barely hear you there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'd like to schedule you for a live webinar. It's going to be 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday. There's also one on Wednesday and Thursday. What would be a convenient time for you?
Yes.
There's also a Saturday one at 4 p.m. Do you have an email address?
Oh, good. Yes.
You do have an email address. Okay. What day would be good for you? What evening would be good for you?
Oh, yes. Someone did say last week. No, someone did call last week about the same thing. Was that you?
I just got your number.
What was your name again?
Tony Martin.
Well, it's funny that you should call because my third eldest, Larissa, she was talking about this just last week, and she is very smart. I'll give her that because she was the first in the family to go to university, yes. And she passed with distinction.
Oh, that's nice.
We're all quite proud of her. Yes. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah, she was saying that I should look into this sort of thing. So what more can you tell me about it?
Okay, it's a live webinar. It's at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'll need an email address. You'll get a link. And when you click on the link, you'll be able to go to the webinar, and you'll be able to interact with the moderator. You can ask your questions at that time. He'll be able to answer them for you.
I'm sorry, I couldn't quite catch you. Did you catch you there?
You catch it? Okay. I'm going to send you a live webinar link. It'll be scheduled for 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday. When you get the link on Tuesday, I'm going to give you a reminder text to remind you that the webinar will start in about 30 minutes. Then you would you go to your email, find it from 8-figure dream lifestyle, and then the link for the webinar will be in that email. You click on the link, and then it'll prompt you to join the webinar.
Sorry, again?
Okay, also, there's also a number you would call in case you aren't able to, your computer won't be configured for the live webinar. You also can make a phone call and put in the passcode number, and you can listen to the webinar, but you also can interact with the commentator. When he asks you questions, you can also respond to him.
Could you say that again, please?
There's two options. There's a link to open up and react with it, or call a telephone number and enter a PIN code when prompted to enter the PIN code. You can also do that, and you'll be able to listen to the webinar and ask questions.
Yes.
What I do? Could I have your email address?
Sorry, which company did you say you were calling from again?
It's 8-figure dream lifestyle.
Because the last time that someone called up and spoke to me on the phone, I got in quite a bit of trouble from the people here because I went for something that I shouldn't have. I probably shouldn't be telling you that. But yes, I think my eldest, Rachel, she wouldn't speak to me for a week. Now, that happens, but that really hurt. And sometimes in family, these things are quite important.
Oh, yes, I understand.
Any job or phone call or
right,
whatever
right.
it is.
Mhm.
Well,
I know what I could do for you. Also, I can
that way. I mean, you've been
Mhm.
quite friendly and straightforward with me here. Hello?
Yes, I'm still here. I could also
Hello?
send you.
Are you there?
I am still here. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Lenny?
Oh, yes.
Lenny.
Sorry.
Okay. I can also.
Bit of a problem with this phone and my hearing. It's not so good.
Oh, I can
yes,
also send you a link to a pre-recorded
what were
one.
you saying again?
I can also send you a link to a pre-recorded webinar. That's where you can listen to it anytime before to let you know, give you some information about the business if you want to go forward. Would you like that?
Well, with the world finances the way they are, I know, we're not allowed to spend as much as what we were. I mean,
yes.
How is this going to how is this going to work?
They will. I'm not supposed to tell you anything. You're supposed to go to the webinar. You're supposed to listen to it, but they will say that it's a $65,000, but really it's a $2,000 to a $22,000 investment if you have the funds.
Well,
you can also get
sound good. I mean, you have been very patient with an old man here.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that I've been told that I should be looking at. My third eldest, Larissa, she
sure.
I think I mentioned Larissa before.
Right.
Yes.
Yes,
she,
I could.
She says that I should be going for something like this. What is most appropriate for the time and I guess whatnot. Sorry, could you just hang on for 1 second here?
Sure, I can do that.
Yes. Sorry about that.
No, that's great.
Sorry, what were you saying there again?
I said I also can send you a link. That way you click on the link and you can also listen to a webinar that has been broadcast before. That way you get more information about the business before you go to a live webinar. You can listen to a pre-recorded one.
Couldn't quite catch you there. What was that again?
Okay. When I schedule you for the live webinar, I will also send you a link where you can go listen to a pre-recorded message of a webinar that happened in the past. That way you'll have some idea of what the business is about before you attend the live webinar on Tuesday at 8 Eastern Standard Time.
Sorry, again?
Okay. I can send you a pre-recorded. This will be a webinar that happened, I think it happened 2 months ago because they recorded one. And so now the recorded one is available so you can listen to it so you know what the business is about. And then when you get to the live webinar, you can also be aware of what to ask, what questions to ask when prompted to ask questions.
Could you say that again, please?
Okay. There's a pre-recorded message of a webinar that happened 2 months ago or 3 months ago. I can provide that to you in an email.
Yes.
Then you have some information. And then you're going to get a link, an email from 8-Figure Dream Lifestyle for the actual link for the live webinar that's going to be scheduled tomorrow at 8 Eastern Standard Time. I will text you to let you know that your live webinar is going to start, so you can go to your computer and get to the link.
Sorry, which company did you say you were calling from again?
8-Figure Dream Lifestyle.
Well, here's the thing, because the last time that someone called up and spoke to me on the phone, I got in quite a bit of trouble from the people here because I went for something that I shouldn't have. I probably shouldn't be telling you that, but yes.
This call may be monitored or recorded.
Hello, this is Lenny.
Lenny, this is Tony Martin again. Do you remember the name of the other company?
Sorry, I can barely hear you there.
Okay, you were telling me that you were involved with another company that didn't go quite well with you. Do you remember the name of that other company?
Yes.
What's the name of it?
Oh, good. Yes.
What's the name of it?
Oh, yes. Someone did say last week. No, someone did call last week about the same thing. Was that you?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember talking to you, Lenny.
Yes. Sorry. What was your name again?
Tony T-O-N-I Martin. Martin. Are you still there, Lenny?
It's funny that you should call because my third eldest, Larissa, she was talking about this just last week, and she is very smart. I'll give her that because she was the first in the family to go to university, and she passed with distinctions. We're all quite proud of her. Yes. So she was saying that I should look into this sort of thing. So what more can you tell me about it?
I can do more than just tell you. I can send you a link to a pre-recorded one that already happened in the past. Then you'll be able to listen before you go to the live webinar, where you can interact with the commentator. So you'll be able to have information before you get onto the live webinar by listening to something that happened in the past. Let's say that you were on the live webinar and they taped it. The taping of that live webinar will be available for a replay. It's called a replay. When they tape the live webinar, it'll be available so you can listen to it over again. I can give you a link to one that has been pre-recorded. It already happened in the past, so you can listen to it. Would you like that?
I'm sorry, I couldn't quite catch you there. What was that again?
I would send you a replay of a live webinar that happened 2 months ago. That way you'll be able to listen to the information and understand what the business is about.
Sorry, again?
I can send you a link to a live webinar. When you get an email from me, it'll be successwithtony@gmail.com. I'll say replay of a live webinar. When you open up the email, there'll be a link in there that you click on the link. I'll give you instructions on what to do because under step 2, it'll give you information on listen to a pre-recorded, a replay of a webinar now. So you click on that link, you enter your information like your name, your telephone number, and your email address, and then you can listen to the live webinar. There's also some tests on that link too, and it'll be scheduled for the Tuesday webinar at live webinar 8, and the one on Wednesday, one on Thursday, and the one on Saturday. It'll be all in this link I can send to you, the email I'm sending to you.
Could you say that again, please?
Sure. I will be sending you an email, and you can listen to a replay of a live webinar.
Yes.
And this way you get information on the business and see if it's a business that you would be willing to invest in. But also, I'm scheduling you for a live webinar. This one, the live webinar, you'll be able to listen to the commentator, and when it's time to, they'll tell you to comment and then they'll ask you questions, and then you'll be able to interact with that person.
Sorry, which company did you say you were calling from again?
8-Figure Dream.
Here's the thing, because the last time that someone called up and spoke to me on the phone, I got in quite a bit of trouble from the people here because I went for something that I shouldn't have. I probably shouldn't be telling you that, but yes, I think my eldest, Rachel, she wouldn't speak to me for a week. Now, that happens, but that really hurt, and sometimes in family, these things are quite important. They're more important than any job or phone call or whatever it is.
What's your last name, Lenny?
Well, since you put it that way, I mean, you've been quite friendly and straightforward with me here. Hello?
Yes, I'm here. I need your last name and I need your email address. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Lenny?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
What's your last name?
A bit of a problem with this phone and my hearing. It's not so good. Yes. Sorry, what were you saying again?
I'd like to know your last name and your email address.
Well, with the world finances the way they are, I know, we're not allowed to spend as much as what we were. I mean, how is this going to how is this going to work?
It's going to work okay. If you're interested in making $2,000 worth, every person that you sign up, you get $2,000 when they sign up. If you were interested in making $4,000 when they sign up, you get $4,000 when they sign up. If you're interested in making $65,000, you can start at that level. It depends on what level you want to start at, what investment you want to put into the business. Now, if you'd have to pay for the marketing, you have to pay for the leads, you have to pay for the call. There's a dealer that's called Dialer Central, where they'll dial the phone numbers for you, then you get the message, and then you can have a virtual assistant who listens to those messages, and then they'll send the phone number and the message to you in an email. Like I received your phone number and your name, first name only, because you only gave your first name, but you hit 1, and that's how I got your information. Then I would try to get you to listen to a live webinar. And if you listen to the live webinar and you'd like to sign up, then it depends on what level you like to start at.
Well,
and then
that does sound good. I mean, you have been very patient with an old man here. It's something that I've been told that I should be looking at. My third eldest, Larissa, she, I think I mentioned Larissa before.
Rachel.
You mentioned Rachel. She says that I should be going for something like this. What is most appropriate for the time, and I guess whatnot. Sorry, could you just hang on for 1 second here? Hang on. Yes. Sorry about that.
Do you have a duck?
Sorry, what were you saying there again?
I said it sounds like a duck. Is that a duck? Or is it a dog?
I'm sorry, I couldn't quite catch you there. What was that again?
Oh, nothing. It was just the noise in the background. It sounded like a duck quacking.
Sorry, again?
I said, when you said just a moment, it sounded like a duck was quacking in the background.
Could you say that again, please?
when you said just a moment and you went away, you attended to something,